Hey guys, SuperCoach God here, and today we are looking at the highly owned players. We'll get straight into it. Firstly, just chuck a sub. 70% of you are not subscribed, so that would be much appreciated. And yeah, get this video to 20 likes if you want to see more daily content. So, firstly, if we'll start on the defenders, we'll talk about Nick Dacos. So we're not going to go on rookies because we're going to make another full rookie video maybe tomorrow. But yeah. If you want to see that video, 20 likes. Nick Dacos. So Nick Dacos is obviously playing one less game. Average 116.3 last year. He will be playing full-time midfield, you'd assume, as an attacking midfield role, but collects about 700 handballs to him. So he's got a very Supercoach friendly role, of course, and you would be looking at picking up Nick Dacos now. You either start him or you pick him up after his first buy. It's the only options, really. He might get out of price range even. But yeah, next we'll talk about Zachy Williams. So Zach Williams is 61% owned, 216k, and if we just want to look at his previous years and what he's capable of, really, if we go to 2019, he averaged 101.6 at GWS, so that's very promising. Didn't play in 2018. What did he get in 2020? 85. Only played 11 games. 2021, 85. So if he averages about around that 85 mark and plays even just the first half of the season, that would be beautiful for us, I think. So yeah, definitely a must-have in my eyes for now until hearing anything else. Next, we got James Sicily at 40% owned. So James Sicily is an interesting one. Does he play more key back and get more of a Supercoach unfriendly role, or does he continue to play that loose man intercept marking beast that we know he can be? We know he's got an elite kick. We know he's capable of having 30 disposal games on the regular. So, and obviously average 114 last year. Like, Sicily could be a very good pick if he can control himself, really. We don't want him to go striking anyone or dangerous tackling anyone, getting weeks. So, if you think Sicily can average similar to what he did last year, there's no reason you don't start him, really. Next, we got Hayden Young. So Hayden Young should definitely average more than 94 this year. I know I say definitely, but I believe he should. Playing midfield in the last 5 games of the year. If we want to have a look, he 2023, the last 4 games of the year, and got a 123, 118, 113, 111. And the issue is if he plays backline. If he plays backline, he'll only have 4 or 5 100+ games, potentially. So we want him to play midfield. We've heard reports that he will play midfield. And yeah, he'll get that nice DPP for us, I think. So I think he will have to be picked by us. Next, Tom Stewart. So Tom Stewart is 635k. Yeah. He's in my side currently over Sicily. Only reason is, yes, I guess CBA potential. Now, the thing with Tom Stewart and CBAs is he'll go in the centre bounce to start and then he'll drop straight back. So he might get a clearance in there and then drop straight back. Ball comes the other way, getting an intercept mark, bang, and that's a 10-point play. More maybe. But yeah, like, this could be really, really, really good for Supercoach. And he could even end up averaging more than last year, which would be insane. Next, we'll go up to like 15% owned. So Kadeen Coleman, I probably wouldn't go Kadeen Coleman. I know he had the good prelim and granny scores, but they weren't really giving him much attention in those games. I think he'll have a bit more attention during the regular season now because of that, which might I think he'll average more than last year, but I don't think he's going to be averaging hundreds or anything like that. But he could. He could. Next, Jack Sinclair. So Jack Sinclair is 600k. So yeah, I do like the Sinclair pick. I don't see how it really goes wrong. I think he still plays midfield, and we know he scores well in the midfield. So I think even if he plays a game half back, he's still going to score pretty well. So yeah, I don't see an issue with him. I'm just going to check his age because I haven't really, I don't really know. He's 28, so he's still like prime, really. So yeah, you can go for him. And we'll just quickly talk on Harry Sheasel. I'm scared he'll pop off, but I'm not going to pick him at 556k as a second-year player. All right, onto the midfielders. So there's a lot of mid forwards in here. Just gotta find the right ones. First one will be Sam Walsh is the highest owned midfield premium. So 576k, 33% owned, average 103 last year. Full preseason. Maybe he's playing one less game, we know that, but can't see the Walsh pick going wrong, really. But he was the best player in the finals, definitely. So yeah, get him in. Zach Butters, I reckon he's also a lock at 636k, average 113, nearly 114 last year. I can't see how he does that, how he doesn't do that, and potentially more. So Zach Butters, definitely a great pick. Bont is interesting. I'm surprised he's this highly owned, to be honest. 724k. I can't. I understand why people are picking him. They're scared that he's going to be untouchable all year, but he's going to get to. I promise he will get to a price where it's potentially you're able to get him for with 2 or 3 trades. Like it'll be okay not starting him. You don't need to start a 725k player. I know I didn't play Supercoach then, but Ablett was one of those players that everyone thought he'd drop off a bit at some point and you could pick him up, but he just never happened. So, but Bont, I think you have to pick Bont. I don't think you have to pick Bont. So if you're scared that he's just going to pop off with 130s every week, I don't think he will. I can't see how he scores the same amount this year, but he still could. Errol is 25% owned. I can see why. He's young and he just averaged 111, and he made All Australian. Like, I can see the reasons why people would want to pick him. But I think he's probably more of an upgrade target if he keeps up the scoring from last year. They've obviously got a lot more midfielders in there now. Obviously, Callum Mills is out for a while. He'll come back second half of the year. But yeah, so he could be a good one to start, but and then trade later. But I can't start Errol. Took Miller, 24% owned. I don't mind the Took Miller pick. The only issue is how does Damien Hardwick? You can only play Took in the midfield, but how does Damien Hardwick fix? I don't know. How does Damien Hardwick game style affect Took Miller? Is what I'm trying to say. I think he still should. He'll average more than last year, but I don't know how much more he'll average, to be honest. Petrarca. I reckon Petrarca is potentially the best pick in the midfield this year, even though he's 667k. But yeah, I think you got almost. I think he'll average more than last year. Apparently, he looks so fit on the track. Like, he's the best. I think it's him, Dacos, and who was the other one? There was another player who's just looking the best on the track so far, best at training, most ripped. Yeah, I can't not start Christian Petrarca from all the reports. Tom Green as well. So Tom Green is 21% owned. He's playing one less game. We all know that. I kind of see Tom Green as an upgrade target now. I originally had him in my starting team, but I don't anymore. I don't know. I don't know if I want to start him. It's a hard one. Where's Oh my god, Jordan Dawson. So Jordan Dawson is 650k. I'd probably prefer a Laird over him, who's 10% owned. So there's 1 point in scoring difference between them and only 6k between them. So you can go either way. I think Crouch takes out a bit of Dawson's scoring, not as much as Laird, in my opinion. LDU is 16% owned. So I'm just going to remove all the defenders so I can do the ruck line and stuff. So LDU, oh god, where are we? LDU is an interesting one. 113.6 last year. I want to start him, but I don't know if I can based on what happened last year. I think LDU looks like a bit more of an upgrade target to me. Could be a great starting pick, but not after how he cooked me last year. That's about it for the mids. I think we're going to talk about rucks. So Grundy, Gorn, and we'll talk about Jax. No, he's a ruck forward. Talk about Tim English as well. So Grundy and Gorn, I think, are the clear R1 and R2. This is not clear R1 and R2, but the clear starters that you should have in your team. You can start English. There's kind of no reason why he can't do the same thing as he did last year, to be honest. But I think Grundy and Gorn are just underpriced. And I think you got to look for that value when it comes along. And yeah, I don't think Tim English is underpriced. I think he's probably priced accurately or even a bit overs potentially. So I think we'll see English drop a bit, and maybe we can sideways a Gorn to an English at some point. But yeah, that's all on the rucks. How much money do we have? 2.5. Okay. So we're not going to talk about Reed because everyone's got him. McRae, Flanders, Fife, Billings, Jordan, Jackson. Then we'll take out some of these players. Jordan, Jackson, sorry. Talk about oh no, I'm not going to talk about them. So McRae, Flanders, and Fife. So McRae, he did do a hammy niggle. Like he did his hammy. We all know this. He will probably play round one. But this is a pick that could either make or break your team. If you pick him, I know he's highly owned, but still a lot of people don't have him. And I think if he can pop off and hit that and go back to his old form, then wowee, he could be an amazing pick. But I don't want to start him. I think he's an upgrade target for me. Flanders at 500k. I'm starting Flanders. Flanders obviously 36% owned, 88.4 last year, but his last 5 games, his last really second half of the year was quite good compared to the 4 games he started the year with. I think you have to have him in your team. He's going to be playing full-time mid. So, bang. Nat 5 at 33% owned. Do not pick this player. I'm going to make it very clear to you. If you pick Nat 5, you are not winning SuperCoach in 2024. I think he's in JD's team, so JD's going to disagree with me. But I can't pick 5. I can't pick 5. Jack Billings, 22% owned, 243k. He was in the B side for the match sim, but Apparently, Josh Dunkley was also on the B side for a match sim, so I don't think we read too much into that. I think Billings can be a good. He's in my side currently, but yeah, it's really a wait and see for me. Same as James Jordan, not in my side, but I want to see evidence before I pick him that he's going to be getting nice mid time. And Jackson's not going to get the ruck time. I don't think you should start Jackson anyway. If Darcy goes down, Jackson's a perfect pick. Sean Darcy played 15 games last year, 105.5 average. Otherwise, Jackson's not going to get the ruck time he wants. Darcy's just gotten a massive deal. He's going to be playing ruck the whole year. And therefore, Jackson won't be as good of a pick. So I think if Darcy goes down, I think Jackson will be the perfect pick, replacement pick. Anyway, that's the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Tomorrow, I'll be posting a video on all the relevant rookies. So it might be a long one. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, subscribe, get 20 likes for if you want me to post the rookies video tomorrow. But yeah, have a good one. Cheers.